Here's my question, Tony. We're going to talk today about this new Paramount Plus deal with the UFC. What does this do for Buffalo Wild Wings? Are you still going to go to Buffalo Wild Wings to watch fights?
Yes, absolutely.
Because it's the vibe, right?
Yep.
All right, well, let's talk about it.
Roll the music.
You want to talk about sports?
Yes, I want to talk about sports.
You want to get a real job? You want to talk about sports?
Sports.
Sports?
Sports.
Sports?
Sports.
All right, sports it is.
Welcome to Tony's Upset, a sports podcast fueled by autism and brotherhood. I'm your host, Tony Gianni, along with my co-host, Gianni Gianni. How are you, Gianni?
Tony, I'm good today, honestly. I can't complain. It's been a wild couple of weeks, but you know what? It's December. I've bought everyone's gift. The damage has been done to my wallet. I've even got your gift. I'm excited to give it to you. I think you're going to be really excited. Tony, talk to me. What did you want to talk about today? You've been excited to talk about this topic.
Yeah, so, the last episode we talked about UFC 323.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
What is that? That is a pay-per-view.
That pay-per-view.
What does pay-per-view mean? What does it mean for a guy like me? If I said, Tony, I want to buy a pay-per-view fight, how much does that cost about?
$80. But here's
That's
the
a lot
thing.
of money.
Yes.
Okay, so that stops a lot of people from getting into UFC, right?
Yes, or they can watch it the next day on Hulu. That's what I used to do. But
Or you can go to a Buffalo Wild Wings and watch it. And sometimes they do charge at those events. If it's an expensive enough pay-per-view, sometimes bars will charge you to watch the game there.
Really?
Yeah, ain't that messed up? That's a kick in the head, huh?
Yeah.
So that's an issue. And also, we've talked about this before. The UFC fights start, the main card starts at 10 p.m. That's a little stupid.
Yes, they do.
What is the UFC doing to change this?
So, the UFC is going to Paramount Plus. So now there's no more pay-per-view.
Wow, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
So Dana White brokered a deal. So now all the UFC fights are going to be on Paramount Plus.
Yes.
And the cool thing about that is you don't need an additional subscription to UFC content. It's just going to be on Paramount Plus on the basic Paramount Plus subscription. How cool is that? So,
That is very cool.
It's like $13 a month for Paramount Plus. Not bad. I watch all the Champions League, Europa League, European Conference League, whatever. I watch that all on Paramount Plus. It's a good platform. It's got good stuff on there. Anyways, the main thing though is this is a big deal for the UFC.
Yes.
Have you heard anything from the fighters whether or not they're for or against this?
They are for it, and the fans are for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be great to be a fan. It's going to be cheaper to be a fan. It's going to be easier to be a fan. It's going to be more accessible to be a fan. Now, I did see there's a little bit of speculation about whether or not this is good for the big fighters, because sometimes on a big pay-per-view, the big fighters get more of that money. But I do think this is good for the sport.
Me too.
Because I think what's going to happen is all the UFC fighters get paid a chunk out of the pot of what the UFC makes. And the UFC makes money based on how many fans it has, right?
Right.
I think the UFC being on Paramount Plus will grow the fan base. Just like how the Premier League being on Peacock and USA has made it so that it's really, really easy to get into European soccer. I'm telling you, exposure is such a big, big, big deal.
Absolutely.
What else do you want to add to this conversation?
So, Dana White on Thanksgiving made some fight for the new year.
Oh, yeah,
of
okay.
the pay-per-view.
Okay.
I'm actually up the number card now.
Okay. So the pay-per-views and the UFC 323, UFC 324, UFC 317, all those number cards, he's announced some new fights, he said?
Yes.
And
number 24. So you don't have to say pooper.
You don't have to say pooper?
Pay-per-view anymore.
Okay. So is it still going to be 324?
Yes.
Okay. Check. And the next...
325 too, he named.
Okay. So we named the cards. And these are going to be, you said, what is it, January 20th it's going to roll over
January 24th.
It's going to roll over to the new system.
January 34th.
So these new fights are going to be on the new system, right?
Yes.
That's a big deal.
That is.
Do I need to look up who the 324 fights are? Or do you know already?
I know who it is.
Okay, who is it?
So,
I'm still going to look it up.
there's some controversy.
Controversy?
Yes. So, the lightweight champion, Ilya Topuria, said that he was stepping away from the game because he was going through some family trauma. And so the UFC decided to make an interim title fight.
Okay.
So, last week, a couple of weeks ago, there was a guy named Arman Sarukian. He was the #1 contender in the lightweight division. He won his fight, but earlier this year he was supposed to have his championship title fight against Islam Makhachev. But that day he had to pull out of the fight because he hurt himself, but a lot of people thought he missed weight. So he kind of has not been in good graces with the UFC. So the UFC decided to not give him an interim title fight. They decided to do some stop, and they put Justin Gaethje.
Is he good?
Yes, but he's a little bit older. There's some speculation that he's had his chances for a title fight. He's fought 3 times, and he has not won it. There was exception because he won his last fight. He took it against a guy on short notice, and he's been begging for another title shot. But
yeah, he's 37.
Yeah.
There's some really cool stats on this website.
Yes.
Holy cow.
Absolutely. He's facing a guy named Paddy Pimblett, who is undefeated in the UFC.
He's a bad man, Patty.
He is, Paddy.
I mean, everybody wants Patty's Patty.
Everybody wants Patty.
I will say, looking at this photo of him, all I can think about, though, is when Nona was still alive, how every time I came home and I wasn't clean-shaven, she's like, John Noche, go and make it nice. You look like an idiot. John Noche, go and shave. Go make it nice. I'm looking at Patty right now, and I'm like, yeah, I don't blame Nona. Like, dude, you gotta shave. You gotta cut your hair. Something.
And that will be the main event.
That's gonna be the main event. That's crazy.
So
looks like a good card. I mean, Amanda Nunes, that's another big card, right?
Kayla Harrison, the champion.
Sean O'Malley against Sean.
Amanda Nunes.
Oh,
is coming back. Sean O'Malley. Wait, what were you going to say? What's this?
Song Yudong.
What? Hey.
Song Yudong.
Song Yudong.
It's not that hard. It doesn't seem that hard.
Wando Cortez Acosta versus David Willis. I love to see that fight. And then Arnold Allen versus Gene Silva will open up the main card.
That's a good fight, man. That's a good card. Okay.
Yes.
That's a huge deal. Okay, we'll talk more about these fights when they're coming up. Tony, another thing I want to talk to you about are 2 different Carolina sports teams. Do you want to talk about the Panthers first, or do you want to talk about the Hurricanes? You want to talk about the Hurricanes?
Sure.
Let's talk about the Hurricanes.
Now, before this, we're big New York fans.
Mm-hmm.
But being born and raised in North Carolina, when our New York teams aren't doing well, we root for our North Carolina teams.
And honestly, the New York teams are so bad that it's so nice to be able to do that. I mean, the Rangers are fine.
Yankees are good.
Dad said we could be Jets and Giants fans, but we could not be Rangers and Islanders fans.
Or the Yankees and Mets fans.
Yep. If Dad was just the Mutts, call them the Mutts, Gianni, call them the Mutts. I'm not going to call them the Mutts. I like dogs. Anyways, let's chat real quick about the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, from the time of recording, the Carolina Hurricanes are the #1 in their division. Okay?
And that's the Metro Division.
Yep.
With 16 wins and 7 losses.
That's good. That's really good.
Yep.
Okay? And if we actually look at their stats, right? Sebastian Aho.
Yeah.
Leading in points with 8 goals and 16 assists. Seth Jarvis as well with 15 goals and 7 assists. And then Shane, oh goodness gracious, gosh, this should be here. Gosh, this should be here. I'm just so excited to be here. Gosh, I should be here. I'm going to get some real shtick from my friends about that. I got no idea how to pronounce that. But yeah, I mean, the whole team seems to really be pitching in. It seems like they're doing well. They're a great team to have, like, nearby. I'm so happy that, like... Then again, if I'm being honest, when they were bad, tickets were a lot cheaper. I went to take Rachel to a game the other day, and it was like $80 a tickets. And I was like, you know what? She doesn't need that experience. Not right now. I'll take her to a different game. One that's cheaper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do want to take her to a game. You know what? You know what the best type of tickets are?
Why?
The ones Dad pays for. Next time Dad has tickets, I'll just mooch off his. Am I right?
Yeah.
Hey, what's the best type of steak?
Why?
A steak Dad pays for.
Oh.
With that being said, go to my family's, it's not a steakhouse, I'm not allowed to call it that, Craft Kitchen.
In Surf City.
I know where it is. Driftwood, is it Kitchen and Cocktail?
Driftwood Craft Kitchen and Cocktail.
With that being said, go to my family's restaurant, Driftwood Craft Kitchen and Cocktail Bar in Hampstead, North Carolina. Technically, it's kind of just Surf City, but y'all will be able to find it anyways if you're from this area. Oh, and go to the other one, Spiaggiarista Bar in Sneads Ferry, North Carolina. Not a sponsor, but kind of a sponsor, because at the end of the day, like, yeah, they're a sponsor. We wouldn't have the life we have without them. I mean, they pay us in love. And every time Mom drops you off, she buys dinner. I mean, they're basically sponsors at this point. Let's stop talking hockey and start talking football.
Yes.
The Carolina Panthers, in the year of our Lord, 2025, at the time of present recording, are 7-6. And they can't lose the bye week that just happened.
Look at the standings.
Okay, I'm looking at the standings real quick. Yeah. In the standings, they are second in their division. Behind
the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay, who are 7-5. Who are the Bucks playing next? The Saints.
They're going to destroy the Saints.
Yeah, the Saints aren't good. Isn't that your boy Kellen Moore though?
Yeah, it's the second year. No, fourth year.
Oh, Tony, I'm concerned.
Yeah, well, no.
I'm just saying. Anyways. The Panthers are 7-6.
Yep.
They're in the playoff conversation.
Yeah, I know.
You know, if you listen to people who know about the Panthers, who pay attention, people that work, like my friend Kendall, my friend Scott, my friend Alan, they know the Panthers. They do. They know the Panthers. And they've told me, offensive linemen, defensive linemen, they keep getting injured. The Jets are the same way.
Yep.
Every season.
Oh, God.
Every team that's under 500 is like that because an offensive lineman or two got injured. That's the truth. That's the truth about football. Offensive line determines, I think, almost everything. I don't know if the Eagles are down an offensive lineman or two right now. But
I believe they are.
There's a reason why Jalen Hurts is struggling. I don't know if the Ravens are down an offensive lineman or two right now. But let me tell you, Lamar Jackson's struggling. I know as a fact that Joe Alt losing another ankle, that's affecting Justin Herbert. Well, that's affecting all the wide receivers.
Justin Herbert might be out for the season.
Because you don't
Michael Penix is out for the season.
You got to protect quarterbacks.
You
have to protect quarterbacks. You know, I mean, the Jets, Justin Field, bless his heart, man, the amount of times that he's gotten pressured because he's not getting protected.
Well, no, he's been holding on to the ball that time.
That's the other thing, too. Okay. That being said, let's actually talk about the Panthers. You know what's funny? I'm kind of impressed by them. First of all, the defense. Too. Matthew Stafford went into this game with like under 5 interceptions for the entirety of the season. He threw 2 against the Panthers. That's insane.
Yeah, that is. And you know, the Panthers were underdogs. Heavy underdogs. Like they were against the Green Bay Packers.
Mm-hmm.
And they finding ways to win.
Yeah.
Against Atlanta earlier this year. Before Atlanta was not good earlier in the season, people thought Atlanta had a chance. They destroyed Atlanta.
They did. And I think a big part of that comes from really good running game. So Rico Dowell's been great. But before Rico Dowell was my prince, Chuba Hubbard, the king, who won me my fantasy league last year. Tear up thinking about it. I've actually benched him for Rico Dowell. I'm hoping to pick him up on waivers tonight. Dude, let me tell you, Chuba Hubbard, he's back. Put the word out.
Yeah.
Chuba, running everywhere, run. That's what they play at the games. You haven't been to a Panthers game, have you?
No, I was supposed to go this year, but...
We'll fix that. Yeah, Mom and Dad were going to take us to the Bills game. It was like $700.
No, Joey and Didi.
No, they were going to take us all. And then they were going to take us to see Wicked. Like, at the Charlotte Performing Arts Center.
Yeah.
Like, the musical. You know what?
Catherine was getting married that week.
Oh, yeah. Catherine got married. Catherine, I don't know if you're listening to this, but the fact that you chose to get married when I was going to see a Panthers game and when I was going to see Wicked, the musical, I hope you're happy. I hope you have a great marriage.
Catherine, I'm sorry.
I didn't say anything mean. I said nothing mean. Okay. That being said, I mean, Panthers, the running game's been great. Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowell. Even a little bit of Bryce Young running the ball's been good. Bryce Young. Tony, is Bryce Young a starting quarterback in the NFL? Is he that caliber?
I think he's having a good year this year. I think they worked with him.
You know, I don't want to compare him to like an impossible standard because Drake May is playing like an MVP.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was watching Drake May play against the Giants, and like I just sat there and I was like, I've never seen a guy more confident, just slinging the ball, always looking like he knew what he was doing. And like Bryce Young, when you watch him, like even when the team goes into the locker room at halftime, he's like giving everyone high fives. He's leading from the front. I wonder if he learned that from Baker, or if Baker had any influence on him, because Baker Mayfield does the same thing, and they were on a team together, if you remember. But I don't know, man. I watch Bryce Young, and like I see that leader in him. I see that he wants to be that guy. I don't know if he will be, but I hope he is, right?
Yeah, me too.
That being said, I also think the Panthers have been kind of good about getting wide receivers. That's the other thing. Jalen Coker.
To talk McMillan.
Yep. I mean, there's some good guys here. Xavier Legette. I mean, there's a really good wide receiver core that they're growing here. And people really were at... Who did they trade earlier in the season? Their number one guy.
I don't know, but like I said in our last episode when we were talking about the Jets and stuff, you asked me in the open about naming the Jets wide receivers. I think the Jets can be good next year with our wide receivers, too.
Yeah.
No. We traded Michael Carter, we got John Mechie. We traded Sauce Gardner, we got Adonai Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
We have Garrett Wilson, we have Elliott Smith.
I think the issue, Tony, is you don't know how good your wide receiver core is until you know how good your quarterback is.
I think Justin Fields is good. I just think he didn't have anybody to throw to. Now, if we keep Adonai Mitchell and John Mechie for next year.
Yeah, with Garrett Wilson.
Elliott Smith, Mason Taylor.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good.
Just hopes.
Tony?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about today?
Nope, I am good.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to Tony's Upset, sports podcast fueled by autism and brotherhood. Goodbye, y'all. I think that was good.
Yeah, me too.
You really wanted to talk about the Jets there. I saw you were like, I'm going to talk about the Jets.
I did.
You did. That's okay. Talk about the Jets. It's your podcast. I'm just a humble servant.